Nature is at its best at this heavenly hour. The golden rays of the sun give a bright coloring to the clouds, meadows, mountains, and valleys. It marks the journey of the sun in the sky, increasing in size and shine. The golden rays seem to be rising and rising, birds sing to its shine. The morning lovers gather for the one thing more pleasing to the senses than the sunrise. Soldier Girl Coffee. As that first cup of Soldier Girl coffee crosses your lips, what the hell, this isn't Soldier Girl coffee. This tastes how I imagine a monkey's butt smells. As a matter of fact, I would prefer running around on all fours with my nose sewn to this monkey's ass than to drink anything other than Soldier Girl coffee. Soldier Girl coffee. So good you would rather sniff a monkey's ass than drink anything else.
Shit crazy, smoke to get my mind right. Chillin', trying to get my grind right. Fight for a spin, smoke just to chill. Waiting on the president, shit getting.
What's up, guys? Sergeant G here from the Stone Vet USMC, man. Happy Friday to you guys. This crap's getting stupid, dude. I hate going to work. I still go punch a clock every freaking day. And now since COVID is lightening up here in Oklahoma, they said, hey, we all got to go back into the office. I hate this crap, dude. I hate working for somebody, man. That's why I do the show, though, because I'm able to meet a lot of veterans who are starting their own business, man. They become venturepreneurs, you know. They said, I ain't punching the clock for nobody else. If I'm going to punch a clock, it's going to be for me so I can make money for me, right? This Friday, man, it's Friday. I have the honor of bringing on Miss Carrie from Soldier Girl Coffee. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Soldier Girl Coffee, but I got Carrie. Guess what? She an Army girl. She an Army girl. I tell you, Army loves coming on the Stone Vet USMC. What's going on, Carrie? Happy Friday to you.
Yeah, happy Friday. Happy
How
Friday.
It's been busy, right? You don't get weekends off. You own your own business. You don't get weekends off.
Yeah, that's amazing though. I can work whatever hours I want though, you know. I can start at noon or 2 if I want.
Absolutely, right? That's one of the benefits, you know. I get the weekends off, but I get to go to work whenever I want. I ain't gotta sit here. I ain't gotta go to work at 6 a.m. 4 a.m. and then get off whenever they tell me to get off and go to lunch when they tell me to go to lunch, right? You're like, I can do it whenever I want, right?
Yep.
Man, Carrie says she been out for some time. She said she got out back in 91, dude. I was like, oh, 2001 when she got out. She got out in 2001, went in 91. So she went in during Desert Storm, Desert Shield, back in the 90s, dude. And I told her, I was like, damn, you guys couldn't finish it off in the 90s. So they sent my ass back in 2003 to go clean up the mess y'all couldn't fix. Man, so Carrie, you spent 10 years in the Army. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey through the Army, through the 10 years that you spent in there?
Yeah. Well, I think I told you a little bit about joining in 91 as a cook. I was kind of just wanting to get away from home at 18 and I didn't care really what job at the time. And I said, sure. And I went to cook school in South Carolina or, basic training and then the AIT to be a cook. And from there, I went on to Germany for 2 years and I got married to a serviceman, airborne infantry. You love to call me a leg all the time.
That's the big thing with the Army. You're a leg. I'm like, yeah. The fuck is a leg, dude? I got my legs. That's what I said. At least I got my legs. At least I didn't break them coming out of the damn play.
Yeah. So when I left Germany, I was planning on getting out, and we went to Fort Bragg because he was still in. And I actually did 82nd Airborne Reserves for 4 months, but I wasn't active duty anymore. And so then I sold pagers for 4 months and I got fired and like I sucked at it.
You hear that, guys? You hear what she sold? She said she sold pages. She ain't telling you her age, but she telling you what she did for a living was sell pages.
I'm giving away my age. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they had like a glass thing, and all I remember they had one car phone like in there, like it was like this big diamond ring. Like, yeah,
Oh, I remember.
it
I
was
remember.
huge.
They used to sell pages like they sell cell phones in the glass cases. Then you
Mhm.
had all
Oh
different
yeah,
kinds
you
of
get your pretty
pages.
case. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get your different colored holders and all that crap. Yeah, I couldn't even sell those.
Oh, that's a long time ago, man. I remember when I got my first cell phone. I didn't get my first cell phone until 2003 when I checked in North Carolina. When I left Okinawa and checked in North Carolina, it was 2003 when I got my first cell phone, dude. I was like, this is crazy, dude. Like we can go buy cell phones now. When those things
Yeah,
started, I was like, they're affordable. You can actually get a cell phone. Because when they first came out back in the day, like that brick that you talking about, them things weren't cheap.
no. Oh my gosh. And I can't even imagine in Germany or wherever that whole time having video and pictures of what I did. I mean,
Right.
so it's probably like a good thing
Right, right, right.
that we didn't have cell phones back then. But yeah. So that's about. I got out in 2001, and because my ex wanted to get out of the military, and like I told you, it took a year or two, probably about 2 years, and then we ended up getting divorced. So,
And you're like, damn it, dude, I could have retired.
yeah, yeah, I don't want to think about that.
You know,
But anyway, you
right?
make
You're like,
sacrifices, right? That's what I just said. When you're married,
you make sacrifices when you're
somebody's
married.
got to make the sacrifice.
Absolutely. You can go talk to my wife about that all day long. I've been with her for 21 years and she's like, this is stupid. Like the sacrifices you gotta make. She's like, this is just stupid, you know. So your
Yeah,
time, so you did some. So you say you went you went reserves, 82nd Airborne Reserve. I didn't even know they had reserves of the 82nd Airborne, but they did
yeah.
reserves. Did you come back? You came back active duty?
Okay, I went 82nd Airborne Reserves as a cook still when I got out of Germany for 4 months, and then I went back active duty to medic school, and after I did that, so yeah, I was active duty at Fort Bragg.
Okay, okay,
We went to
okay. With
medic school and then
the
back to Fort
fucking
Bragg.
the Alcoholics Anonymous, 82nd Alcoholics Anonymous. Yeah, I know those.
Yeah.
My uncle's a jump master. He's a jump master out of the 82nd. He's all AA. I was like,
Yeah.
Alcoholics Anonymous, dude. It's cool, dude. We understand. It's cool. It's good, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
So you did
Yeah.
that. You did that. So you became a medic. So you got to get to play with a lot of nasty stuff, then, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, then I kind of had it cushioned me when I came back. I kind of had I was stationed with Womack Army Medical Center, and you don't do any field, and so I can't complain. I can't really complain.
So you did.
I
You
try to be
did.
kind of a badass, but I
You can say, don't nobody really know.
no, but it was cool. But it was kind of depressing that I was taking care of soldiers that got hurt from all the practices of jumping, the jumping practices,
Oh yeah,
break
yeah,
all
yeah.
this. Yeah, so I got to see that. I got to see like that
Bunch of broken
the
legs and
the
stuff, huh?
heat that causes, like even just practicing, like this is ridiculous. Like, yeah, so I got to clean up the aftermath of like taking care of them, and that kind of took a toll on me after a while. I'm like, this is ridiculous
This
because people.
sucks.
No, I mean, I like to. That's my passion, take care of people, and that's why I became a nurse because that's where I got my inspiration as a medic. I want to take care of soldiers, but
Right.
at the same time, I'm like, this is so sad that all these people are getting hurt just from practice jumping.
From
And
practice jumping,
yeah,
right? But I think that's a
yeah,
big. I think that's a big thing for veterans is that we want to take care of people. I think a lot of vets, it's one of the biggest things is wanting to take care of
Mm,
people. Like I run the Stone Vet USMC. There's a lot of veteran podcasts out there. A lot. They're all over. And I even talk. I've been talking to my brother Shane over at Broken Jar, the guy that makes these awesome shirts for me. He's actually starting a blog. He's blogging about his experiences and stuff like that. And I said, what's great about having all these podcasts out there is that not every podcast is meant for everybody.
mm,
Everybody has different voices and different imagery and all kinds of stuff, and people like other people, other veterans because of the way they talk, what they're talking about, the way they talk, and they have the voice and stuff like that. And so it's great when we have multiple people, multiple resources out there providing resources for everybody to say, hey, look, man, this is what I'm talking about today. This is what I'm doing. This is what it's about for us over here. And
mm,
so that's what I've been like. That's why I do the shows to help provide resources. Like you said, you became a nurse because you like helping people. You like
mm.
helping people that are in need, you know? And who's more in need than us veterans? We are very much in need, right? We are very much in need. We have a lot of issues that we
Yeah.
deal with on a daily basis. And, the biggest thing after we get out is the camaraderie. We lose the camaraderie. We don't have our brother to our left or to our
Mm,
right anymore. It's either go back home where you don't like it, or you move somewhere else, but yet your brother ain't with you. You know what I'm saying? You're on your own and you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do? My wife
yeah.
tells me on a regular basis, she's like, you need to go and make friends. I said, with who? Like, I can't talk to normal people. Like, I've done things and I've seen
Mm,
things that it give them nightmares. You talk to them
yeah.
about it, they give them nightmares, you know? And,
Right.
and, and it's crazy. But I mean, you became a medic. You were the doc. You were the Army doc. You know what I'm saying? The Marine Corps terminology, you were the doc. And you
Yep.
did that. So you finished out your 10-year career as a medic, right?
Yeah.
So how was your transition when you said, all right, I'm popping smoke, I'm getting out because my husband wants us to get out together. How was that transition? I know during my time back in 2009 when I got out, it was called TAPS is what the program was called. It's like a week
Hmm.
long class. It's supposed to help you learn how to write your resume, help you get with your VA disability, help you try to provide resources for when you get out. You got out in 2001, so 20 years ago. This was some time, so I'm gonna make you think back. I'm gonna make you go back. You're a woman though. You remember everything, right? Women remember everything, right? So how was that transition for you when it was time for you to pop smoke? How was that transition for you?
Well, then too, I had a 2-year-old. Well, my son's 22, going on 22 this month. Um, so we had a little one. We're both getting out. So like you said, I don't remember the name of whatever transition period they gave us for classes and stuff, but I know that I just remember it wasn't very long. And like you said, VA, I don't remember if the VA claim thing was there. I know that I'm feeling like it was more like all in a couple days, like somebody telling us this and this and this and this. But I can't, like I said, I can't remember specifically. But I know it just seems short, like
It
a
was
couple
short, right?
days.
Like you're like, I ain't got enough time to get all this information, right? There's a
But
lot of
yeah,
information.
definitely nothing. Yeah, it's basically I don't remember like healthcare and stuff like that. I don't know if they talk about that now or how you transition to
Yeah.
something else.
And with a lot of people I've talked to that I brought on the show, they said the same thing. They're like, it's like a week long class, and it's like they expect you to get all this crap done in a week. And then
Yeah.
what? Like it's like you do all this training. You spend 4 years. Like you give the government at least a minimum of 4 years. And in those 4 years, you're going to training for 6 months, 9 months, a year. You're going for training to learn how to do your job, how to do the things that you're
Mhm.
required to do. And then when it's time for you to get out to be a civilian, it's like here's a week long class. And everything you're gonna need to know to become a civilian again in a week.
Yeah.
You're like, how
Actually,
the
it
hell?
was,
How
oh
does
my
this
God.
work? How does this supposed to work? How is this supposed to go together? And it's crappy, dude.
Yeah.
Like it sucks. It sucks having to deal with that kind of stuff, trying to deal with understanding of how are you supposed to train Marines, Army people, service members to become a civilian again, you know? And the transition sucks. It really does suck. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of our brothers and sisters that get out, it's like, the hell am I supposed to do? Like, there was nobody there to help me get my disability started. There was nobody there to tell me about the GI Bill. There was nobody there to tell me about the resources in my area, wherever you live. You know, wherever you're going, wherever you live, there was nobody there to teach you those resources, you know? And it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. I had Brandon on the show not too long ago, and he's a transition coach. He got into the doing transitioning, helping service members. He's another jarhead, but he's trying to help service members transition back into civilian life. What do I do now? How do I live life now? I'm not getting a paycheck on the 1st and 15th of every month anymore. I don't have health insurance. I don't have dental insurance. I have nothing. I've got $100 in my savings account because, being active duty, being enlisted side, especially on the enlisted side, dude, we live paycheck to paycheck. That's the way of life. That's the way we were taught. Live paycheck to paycheck, right? For a lot of us, that was the most money we've ever made in our entire life.
Yeah.
When we were serving active duty, I bring some commissioned officers on here, and I don't dog them, but I was like, you got to live college, you got to live life a little bit before joining the military. You got to experience how it was to be a civilian before joining the military, getting your degree and stuff like that. But for the enlisted side, dude, a lot of us are like you. I don't care. I just gotta get out of here. I can't be here no more. I gotta get out of this town. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get away from
Yeah.
here. You know, and like I said, when they see that first paycheck, oh, this is good money. And it's like, and it's like
Right.
$500. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
$500 or something. It ain't even nothing. It ain't even anything good. And you're just like, damn.
Well,
And before
enough
you know it,
enough for Boom Farm and Mad Dog, and there's
yeah,
enough for all of
get you some of that mad dog and cheap stuff. But during that time, it sucks. The transitioning sucks. The transition sucks is what I've learned a lot, that it has sucked and it has hurt a lot of people transitioning out of active duty service.
yeah.
And for them, I mean, it sucks because I think that's when everything starts piling in on them, that PTSD kicks in, that anxiety, that depression. If you get out, and some people get out of service and they have a family they can go back home to help them, whether they own a family business or a farm or something. They can come back and go work with them and they're good. Or they've had service members that got out and said, this is what you need to start doing. This is what you need to look into. Somebody's providing them the resources, right?
Mhm.
But the military fails us. The military fails us dramatically in regards to, how do I get out? How do I write a resume with what I've done for the past 4 years? Because you've done a lot of experience. You've picked up a lot of knowledge the past 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's there to help you write a resume. I mean, when you go to the class, it's a week-long class, right? It's 5 days, Monday through Friday. It's a 5-day class. You got 35, 40 people in this class. How is one person supposed to help 40 people write their resume, because they all have different jobs? They all had different jobs while they were 7. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't do that. I can't, what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because at least for the first resume, you want somebody to be able to write it for you and say, this is what you've done. I gave you the basics, the wording and everything. Here's the basics of what you've done. Now write your resume. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
there isn't anybody doing that to say, hey, look, giving you the basic wording. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you were a cook. You're like, how do I write a resume for being a cook? You know what I'm saying? But there's things that you had to learn, that you had to do, the
Right.
culinary skills and stuff like that, that could make you
Right.
sound phenomenal. But you're like, I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Right.
I didn't know I did that. I didn't know. No, right here, this is what you did. I took it all, and this is what you did. You know? And
Mhm.
you being a medic, it'd be a little bit easier because you got some training in order to be a nurse. So when you get out of active duty, you do have a little bit of training that most
Mhm.
nurses have in the civilian sector, right? You had a job skill that was able to help you transition to being a nurse in the civilian world. Unlike somebody like me, I was an engineer, but I'm not an engineer like these guys that go to college. I'm an engineer like a guy who goes out there and cracks my knuckles and works on heavy equipment. That's the type of engineer I am. I didn't go to school for it. I'm a mechanic. I'm an engineer mechanic is what it comes down to, you know? working on heavy equipment and all that kind of stuff, you know. And so, and I think I think that's what sucks is what's failing our brothers and sisters is the resources. They're not being allotted the resources needed to be able to go do something like what you're doing now, you know. So after you got out, what was your first venture after getting out back in 2001? How did you get to where you are today with Soldier Grill Coffee?
So let's see. When I got out of the military, so as a medic, you could use your national registered EMT. That's what I had. That's what certificate I had. So I got a job in ER as an ER tech, and I did that for a while. And I know I bounced around. I worked in the hospitals like a patient care tech. I did like phlebotomist. I kept just kind of bouncing around to different things, areas of healthcare, and certified nurse aide. And so basically, I wanted to be a nurse then, but it's like me and my, so I decided I wanted to go to nursing school. It was probably about a year after I got out. Yeah, around a
Okay.
year.
Did
So I
you
got
use
accepted.
did you use your GI Bill for that?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
multiple times. Yeah, I've used every penny of that.
Right. You know.
um, so I wanted to go to nursing school. I got accepted, and then my ex-husband decided that he wanted to go too, and that's when we kind of had a falling out. So, um, with somebody else that was in the nursing school, I don't know if anything happened, but that's kind of where we just started having our problems. And for me, it was more traumatizing, I think, because I was like, I didn't want to. I quit school because he was there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It kind of, my nursing thing was going off the rails, but he stayed, and he's got his doctorate like in nursing now. So,
Oh man.
but that's good because we had a son together, you know?
Right.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, and he got remarried and had another kid and all that. So that's fine. But, anyways, I'm just trying to give you a little bit of the story. I don't get too far. We'll go down this big rabbit hole if you
Go down the
want.
rabbit hole, right? Oh.
So we ended up getting divorced. But the thing is, like you said, I was in Michigan. That's where he was from. So I got out of the military and went to Michigan, and I wasn't even from there. And then I ended up getting divorced and being in Michigan, like you said, and like, and it's different. Like if you're in the military, you go to a bar or something, you're going to see people you know, or everybody has something in common. So it's not a
Right.
big deal to like have conversation. But if you weren't from Michigan and you're not living in this town that you're thrown into, and you go to a bar per se with a friend or something, everybody's got a click and nobody's going to just talk to you. They're going to think you're strangers. They're like,
Right.
"Hey," they're going to think you're whacked out, I think. I don't know. It's weird. So that for me, that was harder for me when I transitioned to and then got divorced, and I wasn't from there.
Yeah, because it makes it a little bit hard. 'Cause you're like, I'm not even from here. You left me, and I'm not even from here. I ain't got no family here. I ain't got no friends here. Like, what the hell am I gonna like? I already got out of the service, and I was already screwed from that get go. And now you left me, and now I'm even more screwed because I don't have anything now. I don't have anything. You know, I got my son. That's it.
Right.
You know, and it
Mm,
sucks. You know, it does suck. But you got out of there, right? You like, I gotta get out of here. I can't be here no more. I gotta get out of here. You know. So did you move back home? Is that what happened?
well, I actually, I moved back home more than once. Yeah, our relationship wasn't that great, and at that time, I kept thinking that he could provide better for my son, and then so we were just arguing a lot. Like we couldn't that first year we were separated. Like we couldn't even keep giving my son back and forth because I didn't want to argue. I'd be like, just keep him another week then because I don't want to argue. You know what I mean? The argument was so bad. So I went through
Right.
this whole volatile year of that crap. And then to the point where he was like, well, I wrote down every day you had him and every day you didn't have him. And, so when we went to court, he was saying, or he said, like, if we go to court, I'm going to get him because I've had him all these days.
No,
And yeah, but I was younger. This is a
yeah.
long time ago.
Oh, of
And I was still
course.
kind of young. And I'm thinking, and we just had that kind of relationship that I believed him. You know what I mean?
Right. No,
I was just
absolutely.
definitely,
You were young. You were dumb. You're like, I didn't know anything. I'm just going through life right now. I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, absolutely. And that makes it, yeah. I mean, being young like that too, you're just like, I don't even know. Like, I don't, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. Like, you're not gonna beat me. This is my son. I'm gonna make sure I get my son. I keep my son. Right. That shit crazy. I
well,
mean, everybody goes through a divorce though. I mean, 90% of service members.
We would like to give a huge thanks to Rafa 180. Rafa 180 offers pure medicinal CBD and products made locally. They walk alongside individuals to achieve a healthy lifestyle with options needed by each person. You can learn more about them on Facebook at Rafa CBD, their website www.rafa180.com, or email at rafacbd@gmail.com. They truly believe your journey matters.
Have already been through a divorce. Half of them been through like 4 or 5 already. And you're just like, how the hell you guys didn't figure it out the first time, the first 3 times, you know?
yeah,
And so that's
yeah.
nuts. That's
We were together
crazy.
10 years. We were together on active duty too. So there was ups and downs, but so basically I ended up not going to court. So he had custody, but the thing was that we always had my son back. I could have my son whenever, because I was going to school. I tried school again. I was in the nursing program 3 times.
3 times.
I went back to school. So I see my son as much as I wanted, even though he had custody. And of course, that was hard for me because I'm like, why did you make this decision or that? But I can't always regret that. I have to
Right. No,
move
I mean
forward.
it's life. You
That was
you
one of
can't
the things in my life that I wish I could go back and, do differently, but I
do
didn't. But
different.
everything still worked out. Everything worked out.
Right, and everything happens for a reason. There's a purpose, there's a rhyme and reason for everything, regardless of how you look at it and how it needs to be. And it sucks, but I mean,
Right.
I got that was one of the questions I got asked during an interview not too long ago, and they asked me, if there's something in the past you could change, what would it be? And I was like, damn, you're gonna make me go back and think about this? I said, damn. I said, what kind of interview is this? I said, with a question like this, it's something like a guaranteed job, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you try to make me go back and think and go deep. I didn't get the job. I didn't get the job. I was like, you sorry SOBs. You guys have me answer these questions and what? Then what? You know what I'm saying? It sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, we live life. Life, there's a rhyme and reason for everything we encounter, everything that we go through, rhyme and reason for it.
Yeah.
And
So
a lot of times we're like,
okay.
man, I wish I never would have went through that. And you're just like, shit. Well, I'm kind of glad I did go through that, because if I didn't go through that, then I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that kind of bounced back and forth. So I waited till he was older to go back to Illinois first time. And then I missed him. He was still like a junior and I missed him and I moved back again. I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait till he's graduated and whatever. So I had moved a couple of times back and forth, but yeah, I'm in Illinois now and he's 22 and he went to film school in Atlanta
Oh,
and
wow.
stuff like that.
So he's doing the
Yeah,
filming. He's doing like movies and stuff, huh?
yeah, he's got this virus thing, I mean, it's affected everybody. I'm not even gonna go there, but so there's a Marvel movie that was coming out and he got to be an extra and
Oh, sweet.
I'll have to send you the trailer. It's the
That's
badass
awesome.
one. I don't even know the name of it right now. Like, shit, 'cause
That's awesome.
I had to wait so long for him to tell me which one it was because he's like, I can't tell you till the trailer comes out.
Oh man, well that's awesome. That's good. That's getting into it. I've had Justin
Yeah,
Graber. I've had Justin Graber on my show. He's You might have seen him. He's all over Facebook. Him and a combat veteran, both of them together. I had Justin Graber on the show, and he does movies. He's making some movies. He's
Oh,
trying to get
nice.
into some film festivals right now, and he's getting his stuff going. That was a good episode. You should watch that one. That was a good episode. I like that one. But
Um,
I mean, like he's another army guy. He got out and he's like, what the hell am I supposed to do? He went to acting school and he did all that stuff. And that was the biggest thing. Is like a lot of people don't understand the GI Bill, how beneficial it really is. A lot of people, I ain't going to
Oh
school.
yeah.
I ain't going to school. I'm a high school dropout. I got my GED. I'm a high school dropout. I wasn't going back to school. But people started showing me what they were making in their bank accounts. And I was like, oh, that's what you can make.
Yeah, I can tell you that. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't take my advice. I'm gonna say, well, I did a lot of student loans. Okay, I'm not saying that's the way to go, but
Yeah,
I did that. I got whatever grants I could on top of the GI Bill, so that I had money to live on. The
right,
GI Bill was like my rent,
right.
so there are ways to do that. So yeah, it's definitely helps to look into it because you can get, probably a little extra money than what you have at the
No,
moment.
absolutely. And I think that's one of the things I tell people. I say, you don't got to go to college. Like you can go to trade school. You can go to
Yeah.
whatever kind of school you want to go to that accepts the GI Bill,
Mhm.
go to it. You want to be a mechanic? You want to work on diesel engines? Go to a diesel engine mechanic school. They'll take the GI Bill. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a nurse? Go to nursing school. They take a GI Bill. You want to get into graphic design? Go to freaking technical school and get you a freaking graphic design degree. They'll take the GI Bill. And it's the money that they're giving you to go to sit in class and learn something so you can make more money when you get out, when you're done with class. Why not? That's beneficial. It's there. You earned it.
Yeah.
You earned it. Like it's there. You've earned it. And I didn't even know they had a kicker in the Marine Corps. They had this thing that's a Navy kicker. Like you kick into it, and they give you more money. And I'm like, I didn't know about
Yes,
that.
you
I
should
wish I would have
check
known
that.
that. I would have done it if I would have known that. But I mean, it's just
Yeah, I recommend taking it all.
it's
I recommend.
beneficial. It is very beneficial to use that GI Bill,
Yeah.
regardless if you don't like school or not. When you were in the military, guess what? You were taking training all the time. So you were in school
Mhm.
all the time on various training exercises, whether it was learning stuff about your job or they're doing training on whatever the hell kind of training was going. You're sitting in class for 6, 8 hours. You can do it in college and actually get paid for it, you know and
Yeah.
that can help supplement whatever else you need. Help and it
Oh yeah.
pays pretty good. It pays decent. The post 9/11 GI Bill pays pretty decent. It pays good money. It was making extra money for me. I was like, this is just throwaway money, and that's where it went. It just throwaway. I was throwing it on everything.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, it's helped me too. I mean,
you,
more than once, but yeah.
no, absolutely, absolutely. And that's just one of the resources that are out there to help them, man. So now here you are with Soldier Girl Coffee. A lot of people don't know what Soldier Girl Coffee is. I know the benefits of Soldier Girl Coffee. I know what's going on. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your new entrepreneurship that you just started? How it is, how it's going. Tell us what your product is and why you
Yeah.
started driving this product.
Okay. So Soldier Go Coffee LLC company LLC. I just started that in January, but I actually launched it in March and March 13th, and the sales have been amazing. But I am offering CBD infused coffee, and I have PTSD, and it's just another tool. I feel like that if something helps me, I like to share it with other people,
Right.
and it may or may not help, but so my experience is that it does help me stay more focused. I kind of put a post out today about, like, sometimes the smallest things, like this wasp was like, I live in the country, but like even a wasp, depending on, I guess, my mood or whatever, where I see it at or whatever. But I opened my door and then the wasp was like in between the thing. And like that's enough to trigger me to be like, my brain's already like fight or flight mode, but it feels like it gets amplified if if I feel like I had to, be like on alert, like I got to kill this thing or something.
No, right?
It's hard to
Absolutely.
explain. Sometimes it's hard to explain PTSD, but it's annoying as fuck too because. But now, I guess I won't get too far into it. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that in my mind, it's exhausting because I have to like talk myself down,
Right.
like from me going in that place. But before, I mean, I've had PTSD since military, but there's a lot of time I was in denial and I didn't do this. This is not like the old me. This is now me. Like I deal with it
Right.
and
Right.
try
Right.
to. But anyway, but like I'm saying, like come back in and have a cup of coffee. Like any CBD, like it helps me. It'll get my brain more focused back to okay, just calm. Helps me calm down a little bit and get focused. So I'm not like I don't know, just out of that state that. And before I would like smoke cigarettes. I'd be like, shh.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. It's still kind of hard because I feel like, but
No,
so
it's
yeah,
different. It's different.
I'm finding better ways to deal with it.
How to deal with it, right? You say you used to go to cigarettes and do cigarettes, and man, them things kill you anyways. I mean, you go
Or
out and smoke
alcohol. Yeah.
or
I mean,
alcohol, right?
yeah.
It's that we have our own vices. We have our own things that we steer towards. Whether it's alcohol or cigarettes or whatever the case may be, and it sucks, dude. It really does suck. I mean, it's our vices. That's our way out. That's how we're able to cope with what we're dealing with.
Mhm.
That's why I'm a huge advocate. That's why as a Stone vet, I'm a huge advocate for cannabis, and that's a lot of
Yeah.
people, the stigma that's on it, and people are like, oh, it's cannabis. It's not good for you. Well, why is it not good for you? Please explain to me why you feel as though it's not good for you. Don't tell me because the
Mhm.
government, because I'm gonna spit in your face, because I'm gonna laugh, because it's hilarious, because the
Yeah.
government doesn't know left from right. I mean, look where our country is today. They don't know up from down right now. You know what I'm saying? And for you to say because the government said so, I'm gonna have to question you on that one. I'm gonna have to make sure that you've done your research because I do my
Mhm.
research. I do a lot. I'm a huge advocate. Like I said, I've teamed up with Brian Buckley out of San Diego, California, with Hellman Valley Grow Company. He has a massive multi-million-dollar research project going on the benefits of cannabis. He's getting to the point now where he's going to grow strains that's going to help you with your anxiety, PTSD, uh, sleep apnea. Like if you have an issue sleeping, he's making these strains and they're being studied by scientists to say, yeah, this is what this is gonna, because they'll have the perfect terpene profile that's needed for whatever ailments you're suffering from. I was like, that's freaking
Mhm.
awesome. And then I got Mr.
Yeah.
Rico out of Veteran Action Council. He's out of Phoenix, Arizona. He just wrote the green paper and submitted it to the Veteran Health Administration, talking about the benefits of medical cannabis. You know, and he's
Mhm.
just telling them, like, look, dude, this stuff's medicine. It's medicine. That's what I tell people. I had one of my brothers. He was like, dude, I don't know if I can. He said, last time I did, he said, I got sick. I said, it's because you didn't take the right medicine. Like any other medication you get on. When a doctor prescribes you medication, there's a reason why he says, come back and see me in 2 weeks, right? I want to see if
Mhm.
it's working, or I want to see if we need to adjust the dosages. I mean, you with Soldier Girl Coffee working with CBD, it's the same thing. A lot of times, I
Mhm.
mean, like I said, I teamed up with Rafa 180. It's medicine, but you have to find out the right. That's why whenever we prescribe something and say, hey, this is what I recommend you start with. Try it for a couple of weeks, but I need you to tell me how you're feeling. I need you to tell me how you're feeling because do I need to go up in dosage or do I need to come down in dosage? Do I need to give you
Mhm.
G or do I just need to continue giving you CBD? You know, it's a medication. And that's what a lot of people suffer from, are trying to figure out, oh, I didn't feel it. Because at some point, a lot of people are like, well, CBD doesn't work. No, CBD does work. It's just whatever you were taking wasn't the right stuff. Because
Mhm.
there's that green rush. There's a CBD. I don't know how it is in Illinois with CBD. I don't know. Are you guys you guys are allowed to have cannabis? Are you a medical state or a recreational state?
Yeah, we're both now.
You're both now. So you got cannabis all over the place then. You know, you got cannabis all
Well,
over.
they have. I yeah, I don't I'm not ruling that out, but I don't. not, I mean, I've tried it before, but that's not something right now that I'm actively using. The
No,
CBD works
absolutely.
for
And
me.
a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are scared, but it's like any other
But
medication, people.
yeah, I agree with you that it is a medication. And if you research like the plant benefits and everything, I mean, I think it's more just to do with the money pharmaceuticals don't want you to know.
Yeah. And
They don't want you to, they want you to buy Pfizer pills. They want you to,
right.
they don't want you to know how hemp has all these benefits, you know? It's
Absolutely. And
crazy.
it is. It's crazy. But I mean, I think I was reading an article the other day and they said that cannabis has already brought in like $7 billion into the country, just on the cannabis industry across the country.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I believe it because I mean, as much as they're taxing the crap out of it, I mean, it's still
Oh my
there.
God.
At least it's still there. At least we still have access to
Mhm.
it to where we can get it. And then you with the Soldier Girl coffee doing with the CBD. I mean, like you said sales have been really good for you. Sales have been really good for Soldier Girl coffee, right? Because now you not only do you sell CBD coffee, but you also sell unmedicated CBD coffee, right?
Yeah. And so regular 100%
Regular
Colombian.
coffee, yes.
Yeah.
Regular.
Or the infused that has different flavors like snickerdoodle, French vanilla cream, or the regular infused 100% Colombian. But that's just starting out. I have so many options.
Dude, you got so many options coming out. You've been thinking, you've been rolling with it, and you've been thinking of all the new options you're gonna have coming out, right? You're gonna have all kinds of great things coming out with that, which is awesome. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it takes some time. But yeah,
You'll get there, right? You just started. You said you
yeah,
just launched.
feels like a long time.
It feels like a long time. It's been a couple of weeks that you've launched it, right? And now you're like, all
Yeah.
right, now you got to start thinking of how can I expand it? How do I expand my business? How can I reach to more people, right? Which
Mhm.
is huge.
That's
That's what you're gonna want. How do I reach out to more people? And so
right.
I bet you're really excited about it, right? You're really excited about
Heck
Soldier
yeah.
Real
Yeah,
Coffee.
thank you for letting me on here to talk about it.
No,
Yeah, I'm
absolutely.
excited about it.
It's
It's a lot
hard.
of emotion.
It
I
is. I
mean, it's
mean,
excitement, it's tired, it's okay, trying to get in a rhythm, when you start
no,
anything new.
no, absolutely, absolutely. And that's the biggest thing is just trying to figure out, people want to be entrepreneurs, but
Prioritize.
you're always
Yeah.
tired, right? You're always tired when you're an entrepreneur. First 3 years, you're always tired, like because you're always go go go, trying to figure it out, trying to figure it out, trying to figure out how do I get the niche, how do I get in there, how do I market this, how do I do this, how do I get my name out there so people know what I'm doing. That's why I do the
Mhm.
show so I can help you launch your name, the Soldier Grill Coffee. You know what I'm saying? That's why I bring people on the show on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, so I can launch what they're doing and how people can go and reach you guys, how they can get in contact with you, and how they can help you help make your business grow. You know, because that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You want to be successful, and I want to help you be successful. I want to help you get out there and get your name out there and doing what you're doing with, on a regular basis. And so, but that's the great things that you're doing. You're doing awesome things with your coffee company. Like you said, you got big things coming up, right? You got new things about to expand out on it, right? I heard Robin, she said we're gonna start getting K cups here before too long. And I was like, well, there you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Robin's already got one of your ambassadors out there promoting Soldier Grill Coffee, doing
Yeah.
Soldier Grill Coffee. Why'd you pick Soldier Grill Coffee to be your name?
Well, I was kind of just looking around and I didn't want to copy. There's so much. I like the pinup style thing, but
Hmm.
it's so used. So I was like, I like it, but I wanted to make it my own and
Right.
somehow. But at first I wasn't really, I just have amazing designer and he's amazing.
That's awesome.
So some of his ideas have helped really because I was like thinking about this girl on the airplane that wasn't me. And then he's like, well, then I was thinking, well, maybe, yeah, try it with my face. And then we go back and forth on ideas and stuff. And um, it's just been really cool, like having it come to life, like just
Oh, I know.
it's
I know. That's what people
easy.
always
It
ask me
has
when they look
been.
at the stone vet. They're like, "Is that you?" I said,
I know, I
"Well, I
love
guess
that
it
logo.
is. I guess it is me. I guess it is me." I had a girl create it for me, and I was like, "Yeah, I guess it is me." And they looked at it, and everybody loves it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves it. And I was
yeah,
like,
I like that.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? I said,
Right.
it's getting out there. Like I said, I've teamed up with Broken Jarhead. He's doing my swag for me right now. I'm able to get him whatever because he's an ambassador for Mission 22, which is awesome for him because everything that sells on his website, that's Stone Vet, all the proceeds go back to his Mission 22 over there, helping them because I mean, there's a lot of organizations
Good.
trying to eliminate the 22 veterans a day that we're losing. And so if I can help
Yeah. I,
them in
I
any
feel like
ways,
the whole
and then it
veteran.
gets my name out there,
Yeah.
right? That's what you're trying to do. Get Soldier Girl Coffee out there, right? I'm doing the same thing, trying to get the Stone Vet out there so people can see it and people can get my names, you know what I'm saying? So people can see what I'm doing and what I'm
Mhm.
providing so people can go and try it out. Check out the podcast. Come hang out with us on a Friday. Find new family members like you, Carrie, doing Soldier Girl Coffee over there, you know? People can reach out to you and say, hey, I want some product. Where can I buy some of your product at, you know? And that's what's going to be great, man. You know, I appreciate it,
Yep.
Carrie. I appreciate you coming on the show. Appreciate you coming hanging out with me. You know, you guys, you
Thank
already
you.
know I'm going to keep all her contact information down there in the description box. Go check her
Can I tell
out.
you real quick? Can I
What's
tell you
that?
real quick about the name? Can
Yeah.
I tell you real quick about the name? Okay, because I was getting off. Um, so and there's kind of flows with it, but Soldier Girl Coffee, the name to me is more like kind of has warrior behind it
Yeah.
for more like just surviving all the bullshit. And I don't know if you want to touch on the MST now or a different one, but
No, absolutely. No,
just
absolutely. I mean,
because
I mean, a lot of females in the service that they suffer from MST a lot. A lot. You know what
but
I'm saying?
it's not just females. I mean, there's men too that
Yeah.
it's both. And like Soldier Girl, I'm trying to like, target both male and female, not just the females,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so it's kind of both. It's just more like I'm kind of coming into where I think it's like, a survivor type thing, like soldier. I don't know. Just don't give up.
Don't give up. Keep
I don't
pushing.
know. I'm
Right.
back and forth with all that. It's
Keep
still in
being
my head running.
keep being strong, right? That's your biggest thing that you got to be strong. Why you a soldier
Yeah,
girl? You a
soldier
soldier girl.
on.
I'm strong. I can do this. You know. I
Yeah.
don't need no man. That's what you say. I don't need no man. I can do this on.
No.
You know.
Hey, I'm not Robin. Robin's like, I'm a feminist.
You know, but it's great. You know, it's great. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna hook you up with Leah, Miss Leah Bidet. Leah Day
Yeah, nice.
for Warrior Sunday. I'm gonna message you guys. I'm gonna hook you guys up because she's doing great things over there. It's another opportunity for you to promote Soldier Girl
That's
Coffee.
good.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah,
Because she's in the
so
health and
Soldier Girl
wellness.
kind of came out of that too.
You know, and
Kind of
she
came about. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Sorry. Um. So of course, there's lots of things I want to do, and like being a veteran. If anybody wants to start a business or transitioning and stuff like that, like the best thing I think you can do is find veteran groups and stuff like that and network with other veterans. It feels like there's so many people that sometimes it feels like we all have to take care of each other. I don't know. It
We
just feels
have
like
to,
we're the only ones doing it. You know what I mean?
right? No,
So
absolutely.
there's such a big that network can turn into another big one. So like me, I went off and tried to eventually feel like, well, I'll just pretend I wasn't a veteran. You know what I mean? Like I was like alone and do it on my own. But there's a lot of resources and stuff like that.
No,
But so Soldier Girl, yeah.
absolutely,
So
yeah.
I'm trying to help steer it in different ways. Like starting out donating to Real Warriors is because I want to do the ones that take action and I feel like it's more like suicide prevention if you're getting them out of isolation and the camaraderie and on the
Right.
water and stuff like that. So I see them take action. They're in California. If I was close, I'd be there, but I can't. But so stuff like that, like the nonprofits that actually Irreverent Warriors, stuff like that. I
Yeah,
mean,
you got some great people out there. I got a buddy who owns Battle 22. He's out of Alabama, and I got another guy out of Georgia who owns Tackle 22. They're doing great
yeah, that's
things. They're
neat.
doing great things, and their nonprofits doing great things. They're all outdoors guys. They're both outdoor guys, and so they work with Fallen Outdoors, who's another veteran-owned organization that does for veterans who love going outdoors, hunting and fishing and doing all that stuff. And they all teamed up together. And like I said, Eddie over with Tackle 22 doing great things, and then Chad over at Battle 22 doing awesome freaking things for the community, providing resources for us to find our outlet. You know what I'm saying? They found they allow us to have an outlet to be able to go and just get away from life for a little bit and try to recalibrate our minds to get it ready to where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Where it's supposed to be, you know?
And if people are transitioning and finding that, I guess if they're transitioning and they notice they're missing that right away or whatever, I mean, just try to research groups and stuff like that. Like there's getting to be more and more of them.
Yeah,
So,
there's a ton of veteran groups. There's a ton of veteran groups, regardless of whatever branch you were in or whatever. There's a ton of veteran groups. You can get on Facebook and just see it by the thousands. Veteran groups by the thousands. You know, come over to the Stone Vet USMC. I got my Facebook group. You guys can come hang out with us, listen to the nonsense that we deal, that we spit. Like I said, I teamed up with Veteran Trash Talk. They got a huge group as well. There's all kinds of groups out there. There's a lot of groups out there. And then you can go over to Smoking Bacon. Go to Smoking Bacon. You won't get sensitive Smoking Bacon. Wade don't care. He lets you talk whatever you want to talk. He lets you just talk and talk and talk. He don't even care. He don't. He's like, he's not going to censor you like Facebook will, which is I love. I love what's going on over there, man. Carrie, I appreciate you coming and hang out with me this Friday. I really do. I really appreciate you coming out, letting us learn a little bit of what Soldier Girl Coffee is and what it's doing. You know, your time in and how you doing what you're doing now, man. Guys, you know, I'll put her description down there in the description box. However you can contact her, go check out her website. She got some good coffee. Everybody been saying how amazing her coffee is. And she'll tell you. She says good stuff. She ain't lying. I know where it's being processed. I can go watch her coffee being processed and packaged and shipped to her, because it's the same place I'm get Rafa 180 gets their information, gets their CBD from. Same place. Able to go out. Look at that. Coffee strong. Look at that. like the army. Coffee strong. Army strong. Look at that. Soldier Girl Coffee. Look at that, guys.
Early morning ammo.
I can stand by Soldier Girl Coffee. Why? Because the same CBD that's used through Rafa180.com, the same CBD is being processed through the Soldier Girl Coffee brand. I'm telling you, they're doing some amazing things, dude. Like I said, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The only way I can grow is if you guys hit that subscribe and share it with everybody that you know that could benefit them, trying to figure out their way of life, their purpose again. That's what our purpose is. That's the reason I do this show, is to help you guys find your purpose again. You're out of service now, and it's like, what do I do now? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Well, you can't figure it out. Check out my episodes. I got a lot of great guests that are doing a lot of great things in the community that can use your help. A lot of nonprofits that can use your help if you want to get out there and try to get in the realm of nonprofits, helping them because you got a strong back, or you got hammers, you got tools. A lot of nonprofits out there doing some awesome things in our community to help us find our purpose again, you know? I appreciate it, guys. Like I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you want to get in contact with Carrie, all her information will be in that description box down below. Share this information. Share it with everybody, dude. She's got awesome product. You know, that Soldier Girl Coffee. She's got some amazing flavors that are out there with it as well, man. Carrie, thank you again coming to hang out with me on this Friday. Able to sit around the barbecue, have a couple of drinks, and just hang out and just enjoy and reminisce about our time in service, man. It's about having that camaraderie. We lost that camaraderie when we got out, but during this Fridays, it's my therapy session. This is my therapy. I'm able to come hang out and get the crap off my chest and listen to your story and how you've been and what you're doing now, how you're making a difference in my community. I appreciate you coming to the family. You're part of the family now. You can't go nowhere. You know, we're always going to be harassing you, you know. Remember, guys, here at the Stone Vet, we got you 6.
Green of the weed, you know it's true. Puff, puff, pass, trying to get high. Got high blood pressure, we coming down. Good smoke, please numb me down. Went to rehab, how my act now? I'm a party animal, called up pound. Loud pipes, big stems, you know I smoke.
We chillin', get high, roll it up, let's get it started. We don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. We just get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chillin', get high, roll it up, let's get it started. We don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. We just get high. smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high. Smoke out, smoke out.
We chill and get high, getting so high. I can feel my body rise to the sky, feeling near to the morning, to the night. You can't help but notice my red eyes. Wanna hit this bomb when you gotta get in line. Mary Jane, I can't deny my love for you. I'ma stick with you till the day I die. Every day I gotta smoke that green, so I can feel neat, I only smoke that good weed, yeah. I'm the most hated, but it doesn't faze me, cause I'm getting hella faded. Though homie, I'm waited with a good thing. That kush had a good stink. To the biggest hit, I might like my whole body sank. Feeling relaxed, smoke in the air. I'm in cloud 9, I'm feeling alright. Took my Mickey, stuff like this are the best times. Smoke that weed, son, we all wanna get high.
We chill and get high, roll it up, let's get it started. We don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. We just get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, roll it up, let's get it started. We don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. We just get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, roll it up, let's get it started. We don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. Listening to Bob Marley, we smoking like Calvin Brothers. When I got stress in my life, I need to get blunted. Some people wanna kill to be America's most wanted, but I'd rather chill with a lady with a nice body, trying to get more head like Kibo Lottie. I'ma take 3 puffs and pass it back to these smiling. For all those who don't know me, I'm MRC, by the way. I've been to Afghan, I've been to Blue Dreams, all kind of Kush, man, purple haze. Ease my mind like boosting it, take my pain away. Smoking on this Bill Withers, and this a lovely day. You wanna get high, I wanna get high like Cheech and Chong and take a cruise. As we burning up this Christmas tree, you can call me Mr. Scrooge. Some people rather talk down and hate, but they ain't cool. I'm throwing West Side love as I talk these southern blues. We chill and get high, roll it up, let's get it started. We don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. We just get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, roll it up, let's get it started. We don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. We just get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, roll it up, let's get it started. We don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. We just get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, roll it up, let's get it started. We don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. We just get high, smoke out, smoke out. We chill and get high, smoke out, smoke out.